I am Abhyudaditya Joshi with my colleague Abhay Solanki, Kaushal Sirwani, Devansh Modi and Safalya Rashikar. Today we will talk about the managerial aspects of human resource. In an organization, human resources is the department in charge of all employees and employee related operations. As a term, we also use it to describe the entire workforce of an organization. Human resource management is a contemporary umbrella term used to describe the management and development of employees in an organization. Human resource management involves overseeing all things related to managing an organization's human capital. For around the past 10 or 15 years, the word human resource management has been widely used. Before that, the sector was commonly referred to as personal administration. The change of name is not just cosmetics. The technical aspects of recruiting, interviewing, educating, and compensating personnel, which appeared in a distinctly established sector in the 1920s, were primarily concerned and were very much of the star feature of most organizations. In general, the field did not concentrate on the interaction between various work strategies on overall organizational efficiency or on the systematic interactions between those practices. The wind gradually reached to India as well in the beginning of 20th century. During the 1980s and 1990s, many business leaders recognized that their employees were the key to competitive advantage. This belief that people are resource to be managed as efficiently and effectively as any other resource led to a shift in management style which became known as human resource management. So now moving on the functions of the HRM, which are job design and job analysis, involves the process describing duties, responsibilities and operations of the job. Job analysis involves describing the job requirements such as skills, qualification and work experience. Next is employee hiring and selection. HRM aims to obtain and retain qualified and efficient employees to achieve the goals and objectives of the company. Third is employee training and development. Imparting proper training and ensuring the right development of the selected candidate is a crucial function of HR. Compensation and benefits. Role of human resource management is to formulate attractive yet efficient benefits and compensation packages to attract more employees into the workplace without disturbing the finances of the company. Employee performance and management. Effective performance management ensures that the output of the employees meets the goals and objectives of the organization. Managerial relations. Managerial relations determine the amount of work that needs to be done in a given day and how to mobilize the workforce to accomplish the objective. Last is labor relations. Cordial labor relations are essential to maintain a harmonious relationship between employees at the workplace.
Greetings of the day. My name is Abhay Solanki and I will be focusing on HR purposes, objectives and HR delivery models. The HR objectives are societal, general, organizational and personal objectives. Hiring the right talent for the right task is a small part of a challenge. Once we capture the talent, it then needs the organization structures and practices in place to nurture the skills and maximize the return on investment in human capital. Dedicating time to find right staff and developing their skill base. We definitely live in some dynamic and fluid era for employers and employees. So, embracing wider societal and ethical developments more so that at any time is the evolution of employment practices not only be an inward working and structure command should be achieved. To achieve organizational goals by proper utilization of a resource and to develop and maintain healthy relationships among all the employees and the employers. To adopt sound, desirable organizational structure and to integrate individual group goals, also to create opportunities and facilities for individual or group development according to the growth and development of an organization. Also to retain workforce by maintaining stability of employment and employers. HR model is three-legged stool model by David Ulrich is highly focused on business partners, change agent strategy, administrative expert, and also the core HR duty of is employee advocate. This approach is highly followed by many of multinational companies, and in the casual standard model which was developed in 90s and 2000s throughout, it is derived from that era that starts with the business strategy and ends throughout the HR processes. It is a highly financial performance friendly model. The second Michigan model was developed in 1984 in Michigan School, USA, and this approach is based for hard HRM. The regular model, which shows a change from this, is the leadership with lower transparency of business and lower wages, and also the less number of employees and change in the number of employees is seen in this model.
My name is Kaushal Sevani. I am going to explain recruitment and selection. Recruitment means selecting prospective employees and inspire them to apply for the post. Selection means selecting fixed number of suitable candidate who have applied for the post. Recruitment is an activity establish a contact between employee and applicant. Selection is quite complex in which we have to choose right candidate. In recruitment, we have to encourage people to apply, and from this recruitment stop. Example, a city has a population of 20 lakh and I have to choose 200 candidates who have done engineering and has also done a degree of hotel management. I will invite them, and once they submit their CV, the recruitment process stop. But in selection, out of 200, I will reject one by one and create a list of top 10 candidates. Recruitment is a simple process, but selection is quite complicated process. Once recruitment process start, the candidate has to pass through only one hurdle by applying applicant through email or phone call. But there are many hurdles in selection, and first hurdle is interview, and sometimes there is a trial round. If someone is applying for the post as a chef, they have to make trial dish, and if someone is applying for the post general, they have to show their skills of room management. From this, selection is time consuming and has many hurdles. Best practice concentration for effective recruitment. There are 4 points as follows. First point is monitor job posting preference. The company has to use a tool such as search engine optimization to ensure that job posting of company come first in Google search. Second is make the job more attractive. To attract a candidate, the company has to mention that what benefits are giving to the employee to joining their company so that they can attract the candidate. Third point is candidate management. Like life, recruitment has now become a journey. The company make use of efficient tools to keep the candidate informed and also enough support to get the best out of them. Relationships are built over time between employee and employers. Thus, it is important to focus on candidate management. Fourth point is use of application tracking software. Tools like application tracking system help company to set a specific criteria and screening of application. This help to reduce the waiting time of candidate and faster process.
Greetings of the day. My name is Devansh Modi. Effective selection means hiring and finding the right employee for the firm and placing them into best suited job. The practices which is considered for the effective selection process of candidates are as follows. First is emphasis on culture. The organization has to introduce the candidate to the culture of the firm by developing a strong employee branding strategy. This strategy will expose the job seeker to have the information about the company. For example, a candidate joining the firm to do the job, then the firm has to introduce about the culture and working of the firm, the induction week. Second is keep track on candidates' information. The tracking of applicants is necessary to maintain an effective database of capable candidates that is not sure to save the time and money in the future. For example, when a candidate joins the firm, so he or she has given their information to the firm so it can be used for their future requirements. Third is privacy and security of candidates. Candidates who is applying for the vacancy in your company, it is the best practice to confirm that their information is safe with the organization or firm. For example, a candidate is applying for a job, then the firm has to keep their data of the candidates safe with them and the data should not be leaked by the firm. Fourth is influencing social media platform. With the use of social media, it can attract and reach large number of candidates to apply in the firm. Best example is LinkedIn. It promotes the company. For example, most of the firm uses social media platform to attract the employees, like a firm posted for a job on a LinkedIn. Equality and diversity in recruitment and selection. A favorable start in diversity allows the firm to select the best person for the job based on merit and free from bias on factors such as age, gender, disability or race that are not related to the person's ability to do the job. For example, two candidates have applied for the job interview in the same firm. The first candidate has come on the merit basis and second person has came from someone else's reference. So the firm has to select the right candidate based on the merit and free from bias in this situation. The Equality Act 2010 protects that people in employment from discrimination, harassment or any other determinants because of any of the following protected characteristics: disability, gender assignments, marriage or civil partnerships, pregnancy and maternity, race, religion or belief, sexual orientation, sex and age. The aim of the equality and diversity is simple. It means to ensure that everyone is allowed to take part in the same opportunity and the same treatment is given to everyone. If the firm promotes this equality and diversity, then the business will have the success and people from all backgrounds can come together and work for the firm and achieve the success in every field.
Greetings of the day to all. My name is Safalya Nashika. After equality and diversity, further we will move to ethical consideration in recruitment and selection process. Ethics are the principles that guide the day-to-day business in accordance to the established corporate value. Ethics are like trust, honesty, respect, and responsibility. For example, if we want to hire a front office associate for a hotel, then we will give an advertisement in website or social media handle. Then the candidates will apply. Then we will select the candidate on the basis of their resume and as accordance to the hotel guidelines. We hire fresher or experience on the basis of their skills as well as on their experience. Then we will have a video or call interview. After that we will select the candidate which will go through the head of the department face-to-face interview. After that there will be a GM round and the HR manager will finalize who the candidate is to be selected.
On the basis of our research done by my colleagues, we can say that human resource is a department which deals with employee and employee related operations. Human resource is a term used for management and development of a employee of an organization. Before 10 to 15 years ago, human resource were known as personal administration. Functions of human resource management are job designing, job analysis, hiring and selection of an employee, training and development of an employee, employee performance management, managerial relations and labor relations. It is very important to hire a right talent for a task. Dedicate time to hire a staff and for their development. Recruitment and selection is a process of sourcing, screening, shortlisting and selecting the right candidate to fulfill the required vacant position. Aim of equality and diversity is to ensure that everyone is getting the same opportunity and everyone is treated same. Essential factors for ethical consideration are: never give a misleading job advertisement, treat all candidates equally, take proper interview to get a better candidate, keep every data of a candidate confidential, Give estimate of getting selection. Business in accordance to established corporate value. Ethics are trust, honesty, respect, and responsibility. Thank you.